All right, broski, it's Teen. I'm back with a new video, and it's on our favorite guru, influencer, Jason Blaha, strength and ridiculous fitness, bro. Yeah. We need days off from lifting every week. Okay, let's find out what he has to say here.
Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and today I want to chat with you guys a little bit about something that doesn't get discussed
Yes, Jason, how are you? How you doing today?
enough, and that's most people really want to spend too many days a week actually lifting weights. And I always tell people,
You mean people want to spend too many days away, too many days lifting weights? Why do you think? It's to keep up with the Joneses, bro. To keep up that inflammatory response, Jason. Come on. You want to prevent them from looking big and having those artificial muscles walking around? They can't even, if they were to take off these days lifting every week, then they'll shrink in their shirt and then they'll get upset. They'll have a heart attack. They'll go like, why are my muscles are shrinking again? And my shirt is, people will be asking them, are you losing weight? And then they'll look around and go, look, my shirt feels too big. They want to go back to the gym and pump up and get some more of that artificial inflammatory response in the muscles so they can create artificial muscles. Uh, Jason, don't you understand? They have to keep up with the Joneses, that artificial pumped look. Do you understand me? They want to keep up with having more inflammation in their muscles because that's what they're addicted to. Do you understand me? These artificial pumped inflammatory muscles. Yeah, and accelerate their aging at the same time.
look, 4 days is usually about the most that you want to do. And again, you'll get
Why? Yeah, well, 4 days a week, that's, yeah, if you spread it out, the inflammatory response should stay there. I don't know, some people get really addicted to it. They come in like 7 days a week, and then there's those that come in 6 days, and they only take off one day. Yeah, and already they're getting crazy from that one day off, so yeah. But I know some people, they go just 5 days a week, take 2 days off or something like that. But it's separated in between so they don't lose too much of that inflammation in their muscles, the fake pumped inflammation look, fake artificial muscles, bro, pumped muscles, bro. Isn't that what you promote on your channel, Jason? That's what all your lifters are getting. Michelle and all them, they're all getting that pumped look, and then they're becoming infertile and stuff like that because that inflammatory response, and they're accelerating aging and disease. They're also crashing their hormones just like you are. That's why you're on TRT, because lifting heavy crashes your testosterone. Everybody knows that. Then you complain and you blame it on the past and all this. Testicles are getting smaller and penises because people are working labor jobs and eating more fake diets, so they're malnourished like you are. Eating artificial food, more of the slave diet. Yeah, man. That's horrendous. More inflammation in your stomach, more inflammation in your body. This is insane, man.
people say, well, I did this wrong, I made these
Self-destruction.
gains, and I did 5 or I did 6. And the questions I normally ask is, number one, how
You did 5 or 6? Ooh.
actually strong and advanced were you? And number two, how much stuff
How strong were you? How strong? How strong are your team Blaha, bro? How strong?
were you on? Number three, what would your lifestyle look like to be able to facilitate that while actually making
Their lifestyle, they live like slaves, bro. You understand me? They eat a slave diet, and then they lift these slave weights. How many slaves in Egypt do you think were happy about lifting heavy blocks, building these stupid pyramids, eating a slave diet of bread and stinky water filled with mosquitoes? How do you think they felt, man? You think their bodies weren't inflamed 24 hours? You think their bellies weren't inflamed eating the wrong food because they wouldn't feed them meat? They fed them bread and some other concoction shit? Some slop? Come on, bro. Wake up.
gains? Okay, and I think one of the big ones that people forget, and this is one of the actual areas where I do think training matters if someone is natty or not. Okay, this is where it matters. I definitely think is the number of days a week that you train. Because again, what have I said? Look, if something works really well for someone who's natty, it'll work even better for someone who's enhanced. I don't think we disagree.
And how could it work better for somebody who's taking a molecule, a drug, Whether you're not taking a drug or whether you are. It's like, hey man, I drink alcohol. I think you should take a couple of days off because, well, it works better for an alcoholic than it does for somebody who doesn't drink. Yeah, okay. It actually works better for the alcoholic if he takes time out, time out.
There, any reasonable person's going to agree with that, right? Any programming that works really well for someone who's natty will work really well for someone who's throwing stuff in. All right.
Actually, those poor natural people, they need more rest from this crap, bro, than if anything. Because people on steroids are so pumped up with sarcoplasmic hypertrophy, not to mention that inflammation.
But it doesn't always work the other way. And I think usually too many days in the gym is one of those cases. Now I'll get people say, but these really advanced elite power lifters over here on gear still are.
You know, oxalates can cause inflammation as well in the muscle. Oxalates, lifting, oxalates, toxins cause inflammation in muscles too. I mean, there's so many ways to hypertrophy muscles by eating toxic foods. They inflame your muscles, they inflame your belly. They cause more inflammation too if you're lifting because they're proliferating now. It's crazy. I realize that chocolate bars are so toxic, bro. If you eat chocolate and lift weights, it'll proliferate. It'll actually cause even more inflammation. So some foods have more inflammatory responses in your body than other foods. So when I say people are eating an artificial diet, I fucking mean it, bro. And so what happens is this. The inflammatory response is so heavy in people who eat artificial diets, they don't realize what they're eating is so toxic. Then you get even a more inflammatory response and you can't figure out what the fuck's going on here. And you're like, wow, man, this is amazing. I'm so big. But in fact, you're waking up, what you're doing is you're waking up the satellite cell because this isn't due to micro injuries, that type of damage, because you're a chronic lifter, you're adapted. What you're doing is you're waking them up to proliferate now and to repair toxic damage from RAWs, from this reactive oxygen species from lifting chronically. And these toxins in your food, your herbivore diet, is filled with oxalates and other toxins and lectins and things when you're eating them. They're constantly filled with it. Refined sugar has oxalates in them too. They're there. So these sugary drinks and these protein powders that you're doing that are actually made from waste products, these waste products. Yeah, they're made from waste products. They're toxic, bro. And you're eating all these things with dextrose, fructose, this, that, whatever. It's just all nasty concoctions. They increase the inflammatory response, and that again accelerates aging, and that diminishes the satellite cell pool. Now that satellite cell pool, if you keep diminishing it over time instead of replenishing it, doing something very specific, you will end up like every other old person in your neighborhood. Your friends will look you up and say, holy shit, bro, you got so old, and you're walking with canes, pushing a walker, you're most likely in a wheelchair or in a go-kart going down the street. Yeah, man. You're going to be crippled. You'll get weaker. Here's the thing. You're going to discover, even Djokovic has discovered, he quit in his 30s now. Early, he's young. He quit because he can't perform anymore. He's crippled. Why did he quit so early? Because the inflammatory responses that he was getting, because he went vegan, and what happened was those foods are extremely toxic, and now he's malnourished because he's not getting enough nutrients because he's not eating meat, since meat is filled with all the nutrients that you need, and you are a carnivore. So instead of being a carnivore, he wanted to be a cow. He wanted to eat what the cow's eating instead of eating the cow. So he's got a heavy inflammatory response, which crippled him even early in life. And I can only imagine vegans that lift, they too will be crippled early. And like that vegan compilation just goes to show you, why did all these vegans drop off? So I didn't think I was going to make this video. And they're like, fuck, man, my hair was falling out and everything was falling apart. They were disintegrating. Why? These are inflammatory responses in the body. They're you're not listening to them. You're like, no, I don't think so. I'm the boss of my body. But your body's dying. Your body's is there to keep you alive. It's trying to keep you alive. And you're like, well, I want to destroy you. Yeah, I want to destroy you even more, faster. Here, let me lift this heavy weight, man. And let me put shit in my mouth and get more inflammation. Yes, I could destroy you faster, watch. And your body's like, man, I have to keep patching this guy up, bro. What's going on here? He's like, it's huffing and puffing and, and losing it, bro. It's getting mentally ill there. Get crazy, bro. And you're like, no, I have to destroy myself even more because I hate myself and I hate society and I hate myself because I hate a slave diet and I'm in a zoo and they put me in this city, the Matrix, and I need to chase money, fake money, man-made money that doesn't exist and all the rest of this garbage, bro.
Only doing 4 days of lifting and only conditioning on other days. Well, yeah, because they're really strong. And this is kind of the point we come back to. Has to do with total recovery.
No, they're not really strong, man. They're really good at lifting that weight because they're practicing at it and destroying their body at the same time, yes.
Recovery relative to the workload you're capable of generating. Okay? When people are very weak relative to their recovery, meaning you're not real strong, getting plenty of sleep, even if you're not on anything.
If you don't, I've told you, this is fake strength. It's based on androgen receptor strength.
You're getting a good amount of sleep, you're getting a lot of food.
If you don't lift repetitively to keep this up, then it'll go away rapidly. So it's fake strength. It's based on molecular strength. Molecule, the superfamily, the nuclear superfamily. These myocytic androgen receptors, where the molecules bind to them. Yes. That's what it is, Jason, yes.
And you can handle a lot more.
I did a video on it. It's called myocytic androgen receptor. Controls the strength, but not the mass of the muscles. Look it up in PubMed. Yeah, man.
I'm not saying it's ideal, but you can handle more. As you get stronger, the amount of...
Man, let's look this up really quick, because I love this guy. As you get stronger... Are you getting stronger as your lifts are getting stronger? See, myocytic androgen receptor controls the strength, but not the mass of the limb muscles. And when you drop it, you lose that. It controls key pathways for maximum force production. AR controls key pathways for maximum force production. And if it goes down, there's a decrease in muscular strength when they block that. Yeah. See? It's a fake kind of strength, bro. Yes, Jason, that's what it is.
The amount of workload that you're capable of generating on a set per set.
What you're building there is androgen receptors so that the molecules could bind to them to give you that force production. But you have not gotten truly muscularly stronger. Get it? Because you didn't build any muscles. You don't have any. You're small. You look like an ordinary person. You're small and weak. That's what humans are.
Basis starts to really go.
Why do you think you're so insecure about, I gotta get stronger, I gotta get stronger? You think you're gonna get stronger. I told you, you could lift 1,000 pounds off that floor, but a tiger, he'll overpower you. Why? Because he's stronger than you, even if you could lift 1,000 and he couldn't. Can a tiger lift, here, I got a question for you. Can a tiger lift 1,000 pounds or even 500 pounds off the floor? Or even 4 or 3? No, he can't lift anything off the floor. But he's still bigger, therefore he's stronger. Because he weighs 750 pounds, that tiger, he'll overpower you because you're small and you're weak. He doesn't give a shit how much you could bench, and he doesn't care how much you could lift. When he sees you small and weak, he is going to eat you. And so is that elephant. He's going to step on you like the cockroach, the weak lifting human cockroach that you are. Get it? Yeah, in the animal kingdom, they don't give a shit how much you could lift. They only see you weak and small. Get it? Bears, when they attack you, they don't give a fuck. They don't see what you could lift. What are you gonna do? Scream to the bear, "Hey, I could lift 1,000 pounds." The bear's like, "I don't give a shit, bro. I'm bigger than you. I'm gonna eat the shit out of you, man." You are the weakest animal in the kingdom. Doesn't matter what you lift. You only impress other human beings because they're just as weak as you are. Get it? And then what are you doing? Just destroying your joints in your body slowly, bro, over time. Why would you want to do that? Why?
Okay.
See, the mechanisms of doing these movements that you're doing, they can be used for longevity to create or, how should I put it, activate something very specific in your body to try to increase longevity. But you don't understand the mechanics behind it because you don't want to. You're stubborn. And so, therefore, you're doing it the opposite. It's actually aging you, accelerated aging through inflammatory responses. Yes.
Starts to really go up. Case in point in this video, you'll see me doing rep work with 405 on the beltless high bar squat.
Look, if this was actually really, really good, then everybody in society would be lifting. But look around, walk around in the street in society. A very few people go to gyms, a handful. Otherwise, they'd be all filled. There would be no room in a gym if everybody was to go there. You understand me? That's why it's made for crazy people. Crazy people go to gyms. Insane people go there. And people who are bored, don't know what to do with themselves or whatever, they go to gyms. They're really intelligent people, humans, is not meant to go to a gym. That's why they don't go there. They never go to gyms. They never work out. They're enjoying their life. They're on scooters. You're wondering why they're not walking. Because humans don't like to be stressed. They hate stress. That's why they go to universities, try to get the best jobs, you understand me? So they don't have to do labor jobs. That's for the slaves. They don't want to work hard. And even when they're doing an office job, they're trying to get up there so somebody else does the work for them. Everybody's trying to pass the work on to somebody else because it's stressful and they hate stress, humans. They want somebody else to work for them. But you want to destroy yourself. That's insane, man.
Repping out 225.
And you want to pay to destroy yourself at a gym. Got to pay to go there to destroy myself, yes.
On a pause to incline. Not best in the world numbers, but for a 46-year-old, they're pretty dang good. But this is way...
This is insanity. This is like people, I told you before, success is a short window. You get successful maybe doing this or something, you go to powerlifting meets, whatever, and then you stop doing it. You don't really do this much. You don't do that like forever. It's like Michael Jordan's not playing basketball forever. He's retired. You understand me? All these sports people, Djokovic, whatever he's doing, and everybody, they're all retired young. They don't do this anymore. Success is a short window. It's not something you do forever. This guy's so proud. I'm 46 years old, destroying myself faster. I'm 46, but I look like I'm 75, retired, with a bald head and a dad bod. Okay, that's great. You guys want to create a dad bod too? He's ready, waiting for you. Yes.
Beyond what anyone's going to be hitting in their first couple years in the gym. Hey, so it's a perfect example, and it's before you get to people who are crazy strong. I'm generating a...
Yes, they're crazy strong. You mean they're crazy at lifting heavy, yes.
A lot of tonnage. I think this set here is probably something like either a 6.
That's why they're all suffering from injuries, these power lifters, because they're so strong. They've torn biceps, limbs, broken bones lifting, joint problems, all kinds of stuff, because they're so strong. Yes.
Sure, an 8-rep set, 225 on an incline. So I've done up to 8 or 9 occasionally. All right? A lot of workload.
All your clients have to be just as brain dead.
Right? Same thing, you'll see me in a minute doing deficit deadlifts with 500 pounds.
Deficit deadlifts with 500 pounds. Repetitive lifting, hell, yes, definitely.
Doing high bar squats at 405. These are work sets, not maxes.
I bet your joints are all hurting there, eh? Look at that face, bro, that head. He's got the oxalate head. Oh, God. It's crazy, man. This is
It's a lot of tonnage, guys. It is a lot of tonnage to recover from. Now, when you get to say my level, you're not going to be able to come in and put the number of hours in that you did.
I could say at least he's lowered his body fat, so you could see something there. You know what I mean? Even though he looks like a pumpkin. But yeah, I don't know. Like, yeah, that's a cosmetic look. A lot of people, the reason why they do lift, that's another reason. It's cosmetic look. Now they want to lower. They call it aesthetics. I'm chasing an aesthetic look. Why is he chasing an aesthetic look? He says he's not into bodybuilding. He's a power lifter, bro. Get it? Because that's the whole point. They're chasing this cosmetic look. Really, a lot of people, and destroying their health at the same time. Your body fat, a lot of your hormones live in your body fat. Your immune system lives in there too. You'd be surprised.
When you were weak, okay? If a heavy work set...
He's so proud at destroying himself. Look at him. Flexes. Looks terrible.
For you is 1 plate per side on the flat bench, 2 plates a side on the squat. Yeah, you can get
I don't think that TRT is really working for him. You got to get your money back. Ask for a refund.
away with a lot. Because you're not beating your recovery up that much, set per set. As we get more advanced, we need those days off because the workloads that we're capable of generating. Okay? Once you're capable of squatting 450, you're capable of squatting.
Yeah, because you need those days off, right? Your clients and everybody. Because if they do get too much inflammatory responses consistent, eventually they'll give up and they'll just say, this is not working anymore. And then they'll drop off and you'll lose clients. That could be a bad thing. Yes, Jason. That happens with gyms too, and gyms and memberships and stuff. They don't want their members coming in too often. They want their money. They don't want them coming in too often, destroying themselves, because if they do, they'll give up, just like people running down the street. Oh, I'm not losing any more weight. It's just not working for me, this running, or I'm not losing weight or anything. Your body rapidly adapts to everything. It's made to adapt to everything. It's because it's made to keep you alive, but your problem is you want to destroy it.
500 pounds. Once your deadlift's up into the 500s, once your bench is above,
Like, this is the worst time for human race. They want to destroy themselves completely, eating artificial food that is just fucking diminishing them. Inflammatory responses left and right. Let me smoke cigarettes and see how much inflammatory responses I can get out of my body. Smoking cigarettes, drinking alcohol. My friend gets gout in his leg now every time he drinks alcohol. It's an inflammatory response in his left leg. And it gets so inflamed, like looks like an elephant leg. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't come out today. I can't walk. Why? Well, I was poisoning myself with alcohol and I got a gout attack again. I know so many people that get gout attacks. You know what that is? Inflammation. You think that's a good thing? That you can't walk because, oh, I wanted to poison myself with alcohol. Or I want to poison myself with artificial food so my belly's inflamed constantly. This is entertaining. Yes, entertainment. Holy shit, bro. People are so insane. That, the carpal tunnel syndrome, where they're typing all day. They get inflammation in their hands is what they're getting. Your spine can get inflamed as well. That's why your spine is hurting. But you're not reading between the lines. Your body's telling you, stop lifting this. And you're like, oh, I did that thing that Alpha Destiny did and I hurt my back. What do you think Alpha Destiny did? Hurt his back. Why do you think he's not lifting heavy anymore? Because he listened to his body. It gave him an inflammatory response due to the injury to the spine. And he said, fuck it. I don't want to end up crippled or not being able to walk, or even absolutely not doing anything or lifting at all. Completely. How am I going to make money as an influencer if I'm crippled? Yeah, man.
300. You can generate a lot of fatigue off of a single work set of big exercises. You generate a lot of stimulus, there's a lot of fatigue. What happens if you start doing that sort of workload 3 or 4 days every week?
Even Jason Blaha outsmarted all of you. He's even smarter than the majority of his team and everybody else out there. He doesn't lift that heavy. He lifts within a certain means. I don't know about no 500-pound lift. I've seen him do 3, maybe 4 at best. But he's usually doing 3 or something. He's always doing 25, 45 plates or quarter plates, some lifts. He's never going to be benching like 390 or 400 or even 3 or whatever the hell he's doing there. They're low. They're always low loads, man. Trust me. He's cheating. He's cheating you. Yes. He's tricking you. It's a charlatan.
Yeah, you can handle some smaller stuff after a few really high quality big sets.
He's not stupid. He's trying to preserve himself. Look, he's just doing these two bars, 45 pounds on each side. That isn't extremely stressful as doing something even heavier to your body.
You can handle some small exercises. I mean, yeah, you can come in and do a bunch of curls and get away with it.
See? That smaller exercise, get away with doing it. Some curls.
I mean, how many sets of weighted chins are you going to do, though? Right? I can get away.
He's throwing that weight up. It's fake. Look at this. This is a fake curl. He's just throwing weight up in the air. Watch.
With a fair amount of these curls, it's only 135.
Want to know why he's doing that? Because he knows it's meaningless. It's just get more inflammation in my biceps so they can pretend and look big and do a few of these fake rows, a few things for the triceps, and that's it. He's just basically adapted. His body is not growing because it's adapted. There's nothing going on there. There's no real micro injuries to the muscle fibers. That's definitely a given. And so he's breaking down these proteins, definitely. I don't know. He's replenishing them. I'm not sure. He's not breaking down more than he can't replenish or put back. But definitely this inflammatory response is because he's doing rep work, bro. He's doing a lot of reps. He's bodybuilding. He lied to you. He says, I'm not in bodybuilding. You are bodybuilding. That's why you're keeping up with the Joneses, the inflammatory responses. Look at him.
Away with a lot of that.
Count them, man.
I'm not going to get away with a bunch of sets of heavy rows or chins. I'm not going to get away with a bunch of sets of deadlifts or squats or even leg presses. My God, let's set that aside. Let's don't even have to get to the big axial.
That's bodybuilding, bro. He did 10 reps. He's not doing 2 reps or 3 reps. That's powerlifting. Powerlifting's based on 1, 2, or 3 reps at the max. Yeah, man, he's got you.
Let's go with even some of the machine stuff. How many sets of leg presses do you think you're going to be able to handle before you can't recover from it? Okay, you see the point. We need
recover what? That you're tired? You're exhausted? Yeah, I don't know. Recover from? Oh, you mean the inflammatory response? They don't want to recover from it. They want to keep that fake muscle growth till the next session. Get it? They don't care.
Days off.
The more inflammation they can get, the bigger they'll look.
You have to have those days off from the lifting. And if you don't, then you don't recover adequately. And if you're not recovering adequately, you're not.
He's bodybuilding. This isn't powerlifting, bro. Count those reps.
Growing. Now, as people get more advanced, you can do a lot of stuff.
Did he say you were growing? You're not growing.
We can start looking.
Oh, I mean, yes, inflammatory growth. Yes, you're growing.
At stimulus to fatigue. We can look at improving lifestyle factors, getting more.
See, a stimulus to fatigue. You think a stimulus to a fatigue? You think a fatigue builds a muscle? What does a fatigue do? What builds muscles, man? Protein synthesis needs to exceed that breakdown. That's what builds muscles. By increasing the proteins onto the myofibrillar, the fiber. And it will get bigger, accumulating these proteins, but you're not accumulating them because you're breaking them down, and you're seeking inflammatory response instead of building muscles. You have it all backwards. You're not focused on what you're doing.
Sleep, getting better nutrition, adding more protein to your diet. Yeah. Massages, whatever you need to do, hot baths.
Yeah, we want hot baths and massages because we're humans. We want to be relaxed and calm so we don't age and take on cellular damage. We don't produce vitamin C. In the animal kingdom, notice that animals, when they die, they look young when they die. But when humans die, they look like sucked up prunes. They look like walking zombies. When you look at these old people and you go, how the fuck did they get so like the life sucked out of them? They're so old, gray hair. They look like walking mummies. Yeah, because majority, if you could be well preserved if you don't take on all this damage. You understand me? Cellular damage. You can stay young.
Then eventually people get into taking.
You don't produce vitamin C. That's why people say, well, you need vitamin C. Meat has vitamin C in it. You're never deficient in it if you're eating meat. But yeah, people got you on supplements and everything. Animals produce vitamin C and they look young when they die because even when they get stressed in the kingdom, that vitamin C comes out and it protects them. Yeah.
Illicit substances, and then they take more of them, and then they take a little bit more of them.
Illicit
Okay?
substances, yes.
Oftentimes, all of this is chasing recovery. And what I'm telling people is if you get in and you train really hard and
No, 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 they're not. They think they get an inflammatory response and they confuse it. They get this size, and then they think, well, I need to recover now from this because They think they're building muscle when they're getting this inflammatory response, but then they can't figure out when they go away. They go, oh, I lost my gains, and then I gotta go back and get an inflammatory response. They think that's muscle growth, and then they think when they shrink, the inflammatory response shrinks. They think, oh, I've lost my gains. That's how stupid people
really
are.
effective, you're going to be better in the long term if you take some days off. You don't need to be trying to live in the weight room.
Why? You live in the weight room. Look at you. You never take days off. You're there all the time, getting that inflammatory response, showing yourself off on camera with your shirt off.
Okay? My workouts are about, an hour and a half, 4 days a week.
An hour and a half, 4 days a week, repetition work to get inflammatory response. Yes.
And I'm 46 years old.
That look, he did. Look at him. He did pullovers. He did deadlifts. He did his fucking arms. He's doing his legs. He's all over the place to keep up the inflammatory response. This isn't a normal thing. What he's doing. It's just, well, it's dead work, bro.
Now, I may not be the biggest or the strongest guy on earth by any stretch of the imagination. Compared to my age bracket, even among serious lifters, I'm definitely
Yes, you're a good worker. They would call you at the factory a good worker. Keep up with the Joneses. Yes.
up there. Still not the best, but I'm in the top tier. Guys over 45. Again, not saying I'm the best. There are definitely bigger and stronger, more jacked guys than me. But I'm doing pretty decent. I deadlift over 600 pounds.
You are. I don't know how old you are, 40s you say or whatever, bro, but trust me, you're diminished. You're diminishing yourself. But I wouldn't, I know you do dairy products. That's what's keeping you sustained, even if you are vegan.
I'm about 220 right here in these. I'm cutting, as I'm doing these, I'm going to get leaner, but I'm about 220 here. At an acceptable body fat.
220? I thought you went down to 215. It says in your community section, you're down to 215. You said you were trying to get cut. Whatever.
Right? See where we're going with this is 4 days a week. And this is a lot.
And you're like, what, 5'5" or 6", Jason? Oh, man, I don't know.
I have to really sleep and eat well to be able to handle this. I have to.
Well, if this is your full-time job, like you don't work because you're on disability, right? And so all you do is lift in your garage. I mean, and it's only an hour and a half. It's not like 8 hours a day you're putting in at the factory. Then yeah, I would see you. I know people, they're still working in factories till 65 and they retire. So they're doing pretty good, Jason. Trust me. They're lifting 8 hours a day. You're lifting 1.5 hours a day and eating a slave diet. They're eating a slave diet, working out 8 hours a day. Don't compare, man. Trust me. They're stronger and better than you are. A lot of factory workers and farmers that are working labor jobs, working 8 hours a day, lifting heavy shit like you couldn't imagine. Don't compare yourself. All right? You get to rest and sleep and eat and fuck around the rest of the day. You only lift for this inflammatory response 1.5 hours.
It's all that we need, guys.
You're just playing and fooling around.
That's enough. That is enough to get it done. For a lot of you, you could probably get away with less. Some of that might be better spent doing endurance and conditioning work beyond that.
Endurance conditioning? This could be considered endurance. You're getting cardio, duh.
Real good idea.
What is conditioning? Conditioning. It has no health benefits. You're just aging yourself, conditioning yourself to age faster. Like anybody else out there. But factory workers are even aging faster than you because, well, 8 hours a day, right? And slave diet.
Some of that can help you recover from your training better.
People that are working labor jobs and going to gyms are even accelerating this aging. Puffiness and everything. It's just crazy. I have people, they tell me, man, I want to go to gym workout and will it interfere with my job? I do a physical job. Yeah, that's all you need is to do more physical work to diminish yourself faster than the last time. That's insane.
All right, but we don't need to be living in the weight room. Stimulate, don't annihilate. All right, yeah.
Stimulate, but don't annihilate. Stimulate inflammation, but don't totally annihilate yourself, bro. Get it? Yeah, you do live in the weight room. Look, he's going back from.
But that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys.
He's gone back for more deadlift. I don't even know how much he's lifting here. 315? For almost just under 400? Are these 45-pound plates? I don't know. It's a possibility there, yeah. That's about the most he does. Doesn't do much more than that. You understand me? He's not that crazy. He just wants to keep up with the inflammation.
Next time.
Yes, Jason. We'll see you in the next time. Tell me what you think about that. Like, subscribe, support the channel, bro. Yes. We need days off from lifting every week. Yes. But then you'll lose your inflammatory fake gains. See you in the next one. Ciao, bro.